Hey guys, welcome back to Ancestral Healing. My name is Petra and I'm super excited about today's video. It's a video that is very dear to my heart. It's something that I'm super passionate about. It took me 27 years to figure this out, and I'm still learning every day about how we can literally heal ourselves with food. We can heal physical pains, we can heal and improve our mood, our mental health, all with food. We can take all of the medications in the world, we can go to all of the best therapies, and if we're lucky enough to afford to see the top specialists, but none of that really matters, none of that really holds any merit if the diet that we eat is not of the utmost quality. For most of my mid-20s, I lived a life full of chronic pain. I made a detailed video about it titled "The Story I've Never Told," and it's all about my experience living with chronic pain. If you want to check it out, I'll post a link in the description below. I suffered for many years with lower back pain and pain in my pelvic groin region. I even wore a back brace for a couple months to support my then super weak lower back. I've gotten plenty of MRI scans, CAT scans, ultrasounds. I spent thousands of dollars seeing multiple specialists like sports medicine doctors, gynecologists, urologists, pelvic health specialists, chiropractors, and at one point I even tried cupping and acupuncture. Actually, it was really interesting. It was the cupping and acupuncture that provided the most relief for me, and I think that's interesting because cupping and acupuncture is quite an ancestral practice. They are practices that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for thousands of years. Cupping involves placing these plastic or glass cups on the skin, and it kind of sucks your skin, and it's meant to promote blood circulation, reduce inflammation, relieve pain. And then acupuncture involves the insertion of tiny little needles into specific points on the body, and these specific points are connected to different energy levels. It's super fascinating, super cool. But even with such an ancestral approach, the remedy that it provided for me was only temporary. Maybe enough to provide some relief for the night, to give me a few moments of feeling relaxed, to distract me from the pain. But overnight, I would feel the pain again, and in the morning, I would wake up just to do it all over again. I'm not going to bore you with any more of these details, but if you're new here, I kind of just wanted to fill you in. If you want to learn more about what it was like living with chronic pain, maybe you can relate. Like I said, the video is in the description below. So fast forward to mid-2020. I'm carnivore, I'm pain-free, life is good. Since then, I've had my ups and downs, and there's definitely been moments where I've eaten something off track and suffered in pain for days because of it. But that's actually what made me realize, hey, maybe after all of these years, it was the food that was causing me pain. It's a very complex situation because the body is so complex. I do have some old injuries, so perhaps it's not the food that causes the pain, but it's the food that exasperates the pain. So being my own self-experiment and going fully carnivore, eliminating plants, kind of gave me a clean slate. I was able to live pain-free for a while, I was super happy, and then I felt comfortable to reintroduce some foods. And yes, there were times when I ate something I totally shouldn't have. I'm only human, and I felt the pain come back again. So it took me a couple tries to put it together that my lower back pain, my groin pain, it's very complex. It might not be musculoskeletal. I think it has more to do, and of course, these are just my own assumptions based on trial and error, but I think I'm getting really, really close to it. But there is a science to this. There is a science to you experiencing lower back pain and it being impacted by your digestive system. Lower back pain can be induced by the foods that we eat. But I find that in our society, there is such a huge disconnect. We are so quick to take a tiny little pill manufactured in a lab. So let's say it's a painkiller or an antidepressant, and that tiny little pill could be 35 milligrams, has such a large effect on how you feel physically or mentally, but we neglect how the pounds or kilograms of foods that we eat on a daily basis are going to affect us. What goes in your mouth is going to affect your body. It's not just a pill that has an effect. The food has the same effect. It could be a good effect or a bad effect. The truth is that bowel problems and lower back pain are inextricably linked. This is because the nerves of both the back and the abdominal area run through the lower part of the spine. There are several ways in which our digestive tract can be related to lower back pain. First one is inflammation. Inflammation in the digestive tract can cause pain and discomfort. And this inflammation can also spread to lower parts of the body, including our lower back. Another way is nerve irritation. The nerves that supply the lower back can also be irritated by digestive issues. Also the muscles, muscle tension. The muscles in the lower back can be impacted by digestive issues. When we experience gastrointestinal distress, our bodies can go in a heightened state of tension and stress, which can cause our muscles to tense and cause pain in the lower back. And also one that I didn't know until, years ago is nutrient deficiencies. Nutrient deficiencies can also contribute to both digestive issues and lower back pain. For example, a lack of magnesium or a lack of vitamin D can cause both constipation, so it can kind of mess up your digestion, and then can cause lower back pain. Back in the day when I was living life with chronic pain, and I saw all of those specialists and, even including my own family doctor, not once did they ask me what my diet was like. What are you eating? What are you not eating? Not once. The topic of food was never a topic of conversation. Instead, I got sent to do MRI scans and CAT scans, and I was kind of made to feel like a crazy person because nothing ever showed up on those scans. But here I was again and again declaring that I was in pain. So, it was a rough time, but I made it. There was also a time where I didn't experience back pain for a really long time after I went carnivore. And then one day I ate something off track. I thought, you know what, I'm strong, I can handle this. And the next day I woke up and I couldn't get out of bed. My back, my lower back, tensed up so much and it felt like all of my nerves were in a knot. The pain lasted for a few days and I nourished myself back to health by eating lots of animal fats, proteins, and eggs. Within 2-3 days, I was back to normal. But this is why I wanted to make this video today, because I was inspired by a recent conversation that I had with our good friend, Jeff. Jeff is from Texas, so naturally, you know that Jeff loves meat. He loves barbecues. He eats meat with every meal. We've had a lot of conversations with Jeff about our lifestyle, the foods that we eat, why we eat this way. We've discussed this topic from an evolutionary perspective, the importance of eating meat for optimal human health. So I know that Jeff gets it. But the other day when I saw Jeff, he told me a really interesting story. The night before, he ate a pint, like a big pint of Neapolitan ice cream to his face. And the next day when he woke up, he experienced some serious mental health issues, if you want to call them, or symptoms. So this is out of the ordinary because Jeff is one of the most happiest, jolliest, positive, the most grateful person that I know. You want to be around Jeff. Jeff is a good time. So he described it as waking up in a mood. Like he was in a mood all day, feeling like overwhelmed, anxious, just negative, like down in the dumps, highly irritable, no patience, like little things would just set him off, getting super frustrated, completely out of the ordinary. So Jeff knew that it was from the ice cream because it's not the first time it's happened to him. But this time it was like kind of bad. So he just kind of rode out the storm, and by the evening he felt much better. Jeff is one of many people who sometimes like to indulge in a little treat. But the difference here is that Jeff has the awareness. And when he wakes up the next day and he's feeling a little off, feeling a little down, he knows exactly the source of his negative thoughts or negative emotions and feelings. My question to you is, how many people walk around every day feeling like crap because of the foods that they eat. And they think that something is wrong with them. They don't know that it's the food. So what do? They take medications, antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication. They pay hundreds of dollars to talk to a therapist. But I truly believe that if we first and foremost focused on increasing the amount of animal protein and fats into our diet and decreasing or eliminating all processed food, all junk food, we would see such an improvement that we wouldn't even need to depend on therapy, on medications. We just literally have to avoid processed food, junk food, because that food is designed to lower your quality of life, to make you feel like crap, to make you sick. It's not rocket science, but yet it still remains such a mystery to most people. But I'm here to tell you with confidence that 100% the food that you eat will literally affect your physical and your mental well-being. I think it's really beautiful to know that you have the power to heal yourself. And really the first step to any healing journey is not to, jump headfirst into a diet necessarily, but just to stop eating the foods that are not meant to be eaten. I bet you if you try to eliminate junk food and processed sugar, anything that's made in a lab for 30 days, you would feel so much better. If you guys ever need any guidance, I highly recommend our ebook, A Guide to Ancestral Healing. It's the perfect little starting book for someone who's just beginning on this journey. It has a lot of recipes, a little background on the carnivore animal-based diet, good research in there, and a great food list so that you won't get bored. Not that it's possible to get bored on this diet, let's be real. I've posted the link to the ebook in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll see you next time.